Hi everyone, welcome to the Crafty Pixie channel. I'm Bee. If you are new or old here, thank you so much for stopping by. It really means a lot to me. In today's video, it's simple. We're gonna start making holiday gifts because whether you want to admit it or not, it's literally right around the corner. Literally, like before you know it, it's going to be here and you're going to run out of time. You'll be like, oh my God, what do I do? So for the next few videos, I'm going to be showing you cute, quick little things that you can actually do and give to people, and I would think would really enjoy them. In today's video, we're going to be making a travel jewelry organizer. Yeah, it's actually kind of cool. If you don't have that much jewelry that you want to take with you and you don't want to bring like the big bags or anything like that, this is super compact and it's really cute. You can really customize it for the person or yourself. It's got these little pockets here all the way around, and then it's got a good opening right in the center where you can stick bracelets or things like that. It's jewelry doesn't get tangled. It's really convenient. This actually folds all the way out so you can lay it flat when you're filling it or going through it. And then when you're done and you're ready to put it and pack it, you literally just pull on the cord or ribbon and it makes this cute little pouch. I mean, it's so cute. It's a little, I would say it's like advanced beginners. I learned a few things. It took me a minute for a little bit of it, but once you get the hang of it, I don't think you'd have a hard time knocking a few of these out and giving them as gifts. Even for people, you don't even have to be a traveler. You know, you could have a little bit of jewelry and you don't want a jewelry box or a standing jewelry box or anything like that. You just want something easy or something for your really valuable jewelry. You stick it in here, you fold it up, you stick it in a drawer. I mean, it's a great little project. So I'm going to take you through it. I hope you enjoy the video. If you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when I upload every Wednesday at 9:15 a.m. Leave a comment in the comment section down below and give the video a thumbs up. Without further ado, let's get to materials and get started. Alright, for this project, you're going to need the pattern pieces of the quilt cotton. Per the pattern, you're going to need fusible fleece. You are going to need a ruler, a seam ripper, marking pen. You're also going to need satin cording or some cording. Then you're going to need your clips and pens, or clips or pins. You're going to need coordinating thread. And you're also going to need your buttonhole foot along with your normal foot on your sewing machine. And then of course you're going to need some clipping scissors. So let's get started. Alright, first thing we're going to do is we're going to make the holes or the markings for the buttonholes. So what you're going to do is on the sides here where it is cut in half, you're going to mark 2 1/4 inches in from the outside corner. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. Hopefully you can see that. And then you're going to mark a 1/2 inch down, oops, from the spot you made. Okay. Then you're going to take this over to the sewing machine, and with color coordinated thread, you're going to insert your buttonhole presser foot, and you're going to make a buttonhole right where the lines are. Okay, once I do that, I will come back and I'll show you what to do next. All right, now that that is done, I like to come through and I like to press it just because I want to make sure the thread melds nicely. Just like that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your seam ripper and very carefully you're going to rip the center of the buttonhole. Now, do not rip into the stitching. Okay, so you're very carefully just rip up. If it is easier for you, you can put a pin right at the end of the stitch, the buttonhole stitch. That way you won't end up cutting the seam. All right, so now you got a little buttonhole. Not too bad. This is actually the first buttonhole I've ever done on the sewing machine, so proud of myself. So I'm just going to do the same thing to the other one. Of course, this one's going to give me a hard time. Alright, now you've got the buttonholes there for you. Alright, next step is to sew the lining fabric to the outer fabric. So you're going to want to come through, lay it down. You want to try to match the notches that you made in from the pattern. Just makes it a little bit easier in the end. Okay. And you're going to take some clips or pins, whichever you prefer. And you're going to clip around the entire outer edge. You're going to leave an opening about an inch, maybe 1.5 inches, just so that you're able to turn this right side out. Then you're just going to clip all the way around. All right, and then once you're done clipping, you're going to take it over to the sewing machine, and with a 1/4 inch seam allowance, you're going to sew right around the outer edge. You're going to backstitch really well at the beginning and at the end between the two either marks or pins or clips that you placed for your opening. Go slow. This is a giant circle, so it's not like you're sewing a straight line. It's not too drastic, but you want to make this as even as possible. So I'm going to take that over to the sewing machine. I'm going to do that, and I will be right back. All right, once that's done, I went ahead and I clipped all the way around. You can use pinking shears if you want. You don't have to. And now is the time where we get to turn everything, or this, right side out. Just be careful, again, you don't rip your stitches. I know I say it every single time, but it's so easy to do if you're not careful. Alright, and then of course, you know, roll the edges so that they're all flush. If you need assistance, you can always use a chopstick or the dull end of scissors or anything like that. Just make sure you don't pierce through the fabric. Alright, once that is done, you're going to iron it. And then you're going to come through and you are going to top stitch at a 1/8 inch seam allowance all the way around. So I'm going to go do that and I will be right back. Alright, now that the top stitching is done on this piece, just come through and iron it. Make sure everything adheres. Alright, now that you're done with that, you can set it aside. Next, you're going to grab your inner pieces. Okay, and with the wrong side of the lining facing up, you're going to place your fusible fleece right in the center. I'm actually going to measure it because I'm OCD like that. Alright, so it looks like it's 3 inches all the way around. Hold it really well. Flip it and lay it down. And then press. There we go. Alright. So that is done there. Alright, next step, we're going to take the 2 inner pieces and with right sides together, we're going to just repeat what we did on the outer piece. So we're going to come through and we're going to clip it. You're going to leave a inch-and-a-half gap so that we can turn everything right side out. So you're going to back stitch really, really well at the beginning and at the end of the stitches because you don't want anything to break. You do have the fusible fleece on this one, so it's going to be a little bit difficult. Alright. And you're going to sew at a 1/4 inch seam allowance. When you are done doing that, you can either use your pinking shears or you can snip the entire edge like I did on the last piece. So I'm going to go do that and I will be right back. Alright, now that that's done, next step is to turn this right side out, press it, and then top stitch it just like we did to the larger circle. So I'm going to find my hole, there it is. I'm gonna pull everything out. Please be careful. You've got the fusible fleece on this one, which makes it a little bit bulkier. Oops, there we go. And then again, if you need the assistance of chopsticks or dull edge of scissors, whatever you have on hand, just be careful. Voila. Roll the seams so that they're flat, just like that. Pressing it makes the top stitching so much easier to do. Alright, I'm going to take this over to the sewing machine and I am going to top stitch at 1/8 of an inch seam allowance all the way around. I'm going to go do that and I'll be right back. Alright, now that that is done, we're going to press it so that we seal those stitches. Oops. Alright, so we sealed all those stitches. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take pattern piece 2 and 3. And what we're going to do is we're going to take either tailor's chalk or a marking pen that will erase or anything like that. And we're going to come through and you're going to place pattern piece 3 right over that fusible fleece piece that we cut. Okay, right like that. If you want, you can measure it. It will be just about 3 inches all the way around. And you can actually feel the fusible fleece underneath. So then you're going to take your marking tool, hold it down, and you're literally going to trace right around it. Make sure that you'll be able to see the line because you will be top stitching over this. So it is very important that you are able to see. There you go. And then you're going to take your pattern piece B. You're going to line it up. And then where your little notches are, you're going to make a mark on the fabric, because those are the lines that you're going to use to make the pockets. Okay, so you're going to do that all the way around. Alright, I'm going to go finish that and I'll be right back. Alright, I have all of the notches marked out. So next what you're going to do is you're going to take a ruler and you're just going to connect the outer edge to the inner edge right where you made the mark. All right, there you go. So what you can do now is you can go over to the sewing machine and you can top stitch along these lines and along the circle. All right, so I'm going to go do that and I will be right back. All right, now that that is done, you're going to take your larger circle and you're going to place it so it is lining up. And then you're going to take your smaller circle and place it in the center so that it is outer fabric up. And you want to center it. I'd say that's pretty centered, but let's take a look and see. Nice. All right. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take a few pins and you're going to pin the center. And then you're going to pin each pocket. Oops. All right, and once you've done that, you're going to come back through and over the top stitching that you just did, you're going to top stitch again. And this is what's going to form the pockets. Okay, you're not top stitching around right here. You're just top stitching the rows in and then your circle right here. All right, so I'm gonna go do that and I will be right back. All right, now that that's done, we're gonna take our iron and we're gonna iron over it. Make sure that everything seams together nicely. Oh, that looks super cute. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to make a casing for the ribbon or cord, whichever one you're using. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the sewing machine and we're going to literally stitch right along the edge of this inner circle all the way around. And then you're going to sew 1/2 inch away from that for the second line, all the way around. Biggest thing you have to be careful of is these buttonholes. Do not sew through the buttonholes, okay? Or it's not going to work for you, okay? So I'm going to go to the sewing machine. I'm going to do that, and I will be right back. All right, now that that is done, we're going to come through and we're going to press again. Alright, make sure everything is nice and sealed. And then you're going to take your ribbon or cording, whatever you may have. And the instructions state that you need 40 inches or 2 ribbon lengths at 40 inches each. Attach a paper clip through. Not a paper clip, a safety pin. Careful you don't stab yourself with it. Okay. You're going to find one of the buttonholes that you made. Push it in. Patiently. And then literally pull it all the way through. You could very easily do elastic here too. It wouldn't like completely unfold though. But that is definitely something you can do. Alright, there you got it, right there. You got your little, look at that. Alright, now that that's through, you can take your safety pin off, and I'm just gonna knot the end. Just like that. On both sides. Alright. Now you can leave it with just the one ribbon or cording, whatever you got. But there is another buttonhole. So if you wanted to, you can literally push through the cording and run it the same way you did this. But I don't think I need to do that. Let me pull this and see. Yeah, see? Folds into this cute little pouch. Right, well, and then you can, of course, come through and tie it. You'll make yourself a little bow. But you are done. Voila! Just a little bit complicated, not too crazy bad. Lots of opportunities with this one. Lots of family gifts and everything like that. All right, well, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when I upload every Wednesday. Leave a comment in the comment section down below and give this video a thumbs up. Until next time, see ya!